Hey gang, Rich Dodd here with another quick video. Today we're going to talk about the only 3 ways to get more connections. Hey guys, probably one of the most common questions I get asked is how do I make more connections? How do I get more clients? How do I get more leads? And this comes up over and over again. And usually in professional services, there's a high degree of education and expertise in doing what you do. But there's very little education or training on around making connections, marketing, or building your business. And so it totally makes sense that that's a common question. So it comes up. So the good news is that there's really only 3 ways to make more connections. The bad news is there's only 3 ways to make more connections. So today we're gonna go through all 3. Number 1 is seek. If you've chosen who you want to have as an ideal client and you've kind of developed who they are and their avatar, number 1 kind of makes sense. This is the most common that comes up there is to seek. There's a little acronym to increase the success rate with that, and that word's why. The W is who. You got to be really clear on the ideal profile or the avatar. The H is how. How are you going to approach them? Does it make sense for that avatar to do it online through LinkedIn, through a Google search, through networking, through phone calls, through direct mail? You got to figure out how you're going to approach them when you're seeking them out. The why is you. What do you have to prepare in advance? How do you have to look? What's your appearance in the whole process before you approach them? So in seeking, just remember the word why. Who, how, and you. Okay? Number 2 is to be sought. If we want to increase the number of connections, yes, we could seek them out, but we could also have a strategy to be sought out. And again, there's 3 components to that, and they're all A's. The first one is to become an authority, that we've actually have some value, some content that answers some questions or solutions that basically is the solution on why they're seeking us out. The second A word is to be aware. We've got to be able to be found. They've got to be aware of who we are. The easiest way, regardless of your industry, pretty much for anybody that I deal with in professional services, is to have a really good site that people can find. The third A word is access. Yes, I see you as an authority. B, I'm aware of you. I can find you. You have a great site. But ultimately, they can't seek you out and connect with you if they don't have access. Meaning that you can be phoned, emailed, connected with, somehow, some way, they got to have access to you for them to seek you out. That's where the connection's made. And then the final way is you can be introduced. Yes, it's great to go seek them out. It's even better to be sought out. But I think the top level, the best way is to actually be introduced to them. And there's 3 factors to improve the success rate that you have on being introduced. Number 1 is that you actually search out somebody to introduce you to your ideal clients. So you don't just leave that up to chance and hope that happens, is that you actually start connecting with some people that can introduce you to some great connections. Number 2 is you serve them. Is that you don't just go to them and go, hey, psst, buddy, can you introduce me to somebody? But you actually add some value and serve those people that can, facilitate introductions. And then number 3 is you actually schedule up how you can add some value, whether that's regular meetings, whether that is possibly providing them with content for their clients that you also serve. But basically, it's not going to happen unless you set a schedule. Hey guys, hopefully that was helpful. Today we covered the only 3 ways to make more connections. And all my experience with dealing with professional services, really it all gets grouped into 3 type of buckets. Number 1 is you can seek them out. Number 2, you can develop an authority to be sought out. Or number 3, you can get introduced. So I'm going to ask you a question. In the comments box below, which one is the best fit for you? Are you somebody that you feel is more suited to seeking out more connections, being sought out, or you're kind of interested in being introduced to your ideal clients? Throw it in the comments box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, thank you very much, guys, for all your comments and listening. I'm Richard Scott. Until next time, thanks.